Well. We have a slight tilt of a problem here. I love Flesh and Blood. I do. I really do. I want to talk about this. So they announced that the price set for this would be a one-off. Well, it is a one-off. I don't have all of my distribution costs in yet, but I do have one of them. And it's in the 80s, a box. That is cost. Meaning I have to spend $80-something a box just to have it. That doesn't include the shipping to whoever I sell it to and everything else. What does that mean? That means cases will be automatically over $400+ a case. This is to date the most expensive set in the history of Flesh and Blood. I don't know how I feel about this. There's obviously the eye reprint, Shelter. There's going to probably be some more reprints in there. That seems to be the pattern they're going down. I don't know how I feel about that on a whole in regards to reprints, because it's like, again, you're like damaging, that's whatever. Different argument versus what it is. I did want to give people sticker shock, though. So that's where we're at. It looks like cost is going to be in the 80s, even the low 90s, depending on demand. What happened for this last set is I actually got spiked up $6 a box from one of the distributions. And they actually increased my price because there was so much demand. I had to pay that. I didn't increase my product cost any more than what I got increased by. Again, not trying to make even less money or more money, just trying to not lose money. I have the same ratio that I will be making on my boxes. I don't know what the final numbers will be. If it's the high 90s, by the time I pay shipping and everything else, I'm going to probably have to minimally charge $410, I think, $415, somewhere in there. I don't quite know yet where it goes and where it's going to land. And there might also just be a scenario here too where, like, if I only get 200 boxes, because I mean, again, I've been getting cut. It's like nonstop. I might just have to raise the prices and say, look, I am only getting 200 boxes. If you want 5 cases, this is the price for the first case, the second case, third case, fourth case. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. What I do know, though, is this is going to be a huge test in the fab market. Do the singles prices support the increased product cost? Because again, and I have a FaB's is like a $400-something card. Shelter from the Storm, $80 to $100 a card. Like, these are not cheap cards. So is the entire print run with all this extra EV going to be enough to justify the price tag? And will it hold? I don't know, genuinely. I do know if I see boxes drop into the 250, 300 range, and that's per case, I will 100% be buying them just to open for singles, because I don't know of any world where a Fable that is even let's say, like, after the reprint it goes down by 50%, I don't know, 40, 70%, let's say 70%. If a single card can cover 2/3 to 4/5 of the cost of a case at 250, I mean, you know, your EV opportunity suddenly becomes much more interesting. So it will be an interesting test. I don't know what the market will look like for this product, but I did want to talk about the price increase, because it was notified at Worlds that this would be a one-off increase. So I was expecting, like, honestly, like $10 a box, maybe like 14, 15. What I was not expecting was $20+ a box. Now, keep in mind, cost up to this point was like 60, low 60s, between $60 and $63 a box, something like that. Until, you know, price hikes and other things like that, it was low 60s / $60 a box. And up until Rosetta and Hunted, I actually got bulk discounts for buying over 1,000 boxes. I no longer get bulk discounts, and I just get cut constantly. So we'll see what happens with all these things. Yeah. Long term, I think the set's going to be a no-brainer. This is very clearly like an Arcane Rising powerhouse set. It has a Majestic that's as good as CNC, just the defensive side, not the offensive side. You have an insane Fable reprint with Eye of Ophidia. There's a lot of power in the set. So, like, I don't think the longevity of it is the issue. I think where the issue is going to occur is the price tag. Now, keep in mind, like, right, like if I had theoretically done a homie deal, right? and I got you cases for, say, I don't know, $300, right? By the time I pay shipping and everything else, I make like 18%, something like that, right? I'm not trying to make like insane margins here. So like I get my $35, $40, right? After shipping and fees and whatever else I pay. The new cost would be for 10 cases. The old one was $3,000. Let's just hypothetically. The new one is going to probably be like $4,200 or $4,300 plus dollars. So you're getting like a 33 to 34% price increase almost. I don't know how the market's going to handle that. This is very obviously the most expensive Flesh and Blood product to date. It's even, honestly, candidly, more expensive than stuff like, you know, like convention exclusive boxes. Like this is unique because it's like a small one-off with a very specific set of cards. Like the cards in this are worth what you're paying for at the convention, right? Like, so I don't know what it's going to look like. I obviously have quite a bit of money invested into Flesh and Blood, so sets like this honestly do scare me. I have an Alpha case, I have Arcane Rising case, crew cases. These are all first edition things. You know, my position in holdings are, you know, pennies compared to some people like Saint, other people I know, you know, guys all over this country that probably have 5, 10, 20, 30 cases of first edition Arc and Alpha and all this other stuff. But, you know, for me personally, you know, even something that's in the high 5 figures, low 6 figures, it's still painful. And it's probably not in the 6 figures anymore. It's probably some 5-figure number now. Realistically, like the Alpha case, the recent sale prices and everything else, like Alpha Crew Arc, maybe 10 and a half, 11. So, I mean, I have that taken care of at least. So that's like 12 grand. I do have all the block 1, 2, and 3 cold foils, not 9.5 necessarily, but I mean, the grade doesn't really even matter. So like raw value on those, I don't have the eye yet. But like raw value on all of those, like, I don't know, maybe 20 to 30, maybe. So like I'm looking at like 40, 50 grand probably. And then whatever sealed and stuff I have is probably like another 20, 30 grand on top of that with singles and odds and ends and stuff. So like, you know, it's probably like mid to high 5 figures somewhere in there. Like for me, it's a lot of money still, right? Like that's a fairly large amount of compound growth and other things that I had to devote to build those asset pools. So when I see these things that come along that are $25, $30 more expensive than even the most expensive box that I've paid for in the past, it's like equally concerning as it is exciting, because I don't know if it's going to be a bad thing or a good thing long term. Like if this product does really, really well, it doesn't tank, prices hold high, then it's going to be amazing, right? Like this will be a great set. Everyone will be happy about it. But if the price increase hits and then it tanks because they printed so much of it, and all the singles prices tank along with it, now all of a sudden you have these $450 cases, even if you get discounts. MSRP, by the way, I think is like $600 for the case, something like that. You know, you're going to have people that are just taking baths on this set. Like, and I mean taking baths. So I don't know what that means in the long term, right? Like it'll be interesting. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. The short video today, I just want to kind of talk about this and my thoughts. I guess we'll see what happens, guys. If you want product, let me know. I haven't been able to fill everyone's orders, but I've at least gotten everyone that wanted product. I don't know what that will look like, but I guess reach out and let me know and we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, bye.